Hi Victoria, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. How was your day going?
It's going wonderfully.
Okay. What is Sadhana Forest for you?
Sadhana Forest is a place where people can come together regardless of their differences or their age or their occupation or status. People from all walks of life come here, and what draws us to this place is our common values. We want to practice seva, which means selfless service. And so that's what brings us all together here. It's that common intention.
Wow. Can you also tell us about the ongoing project Sadhana Forest is conducting and how Sadhana Forest helped this community and villagers survive and come back to life?
Sure. So a big part of what Sadhana Forest has done is about water conservation. So even though Sadhana Forest is most well known for its reforestation project, actually before that, in order to reforest this land, they had to take care of the soil in such a way that it could retain the water. Because what happens when the soil has no trees is that the rainwater that falls on the land just runs off and evaporates again. It doesn't get absorbed. And so that was the important work that was done beforehand, was water conservation. And this really impacted the surrounding villages because the aquifer was empty and was completely dry when Aviram and Yurid Rosen first came to this land. And after 6 years of water conservation efforts, the water table rose up until the wells were completely full. And this didn't just impact our land, it also benefited the land of surrounding villages. So even land that was not Sadhana Forest land benefited from this water conservation work.
Wow. Can you tell us about the founders who did that? You ever get the chance of meeting them?
Yeah. Aviram and Yurid Rosen and their two children, Oshur and Shalev, are extremely special and much more than just founders of this community and this project. I see them as part of my own family and love them very much. They are such open-hearted people, and I feel that what they really bring to Sadhana Forest and to the world is just putting love into everything that they do. And so whether it's planting trees or organizing seva or the other projects that they do, they have so much compassion and so much love to give, and they're really role models for me of how to live a life of seva, a life of sadhana, and that puts the meaning in Sadhana Forest, that puts the sadhana in Sadhana Forest for me.
Wow. When was the first time you came India and what made you stayed here forever?
I came for the reforestation, but I stayed for the values that are practiced here. That's what really spoke to my heart. And it's as if part of me that I wasn't even aware of that existed got woken up when I came here. Something deep within me resonated with the values that are practiced here. And I think the root of them is compassion. And so instead of speaking about compassion, but then, eating animals or taking their milk, I felt like I was integrating compassion into every aspect of my life. Instead of talking about love, unconditional love, but then, speaking harshly to my children or giving them punishments and rewards or forcing them to go to school. Instead of those things, I was able to integrate that compassion into my relationship with my children as well.
Wow, so beautiful.
Thank you.
And your children are also your children will also grow up to be vegan, right? How do you see that?
Yeah, my children have been vegan since they were 1 cell old, since they were in the womb, because I was already living at Sadhana Forest for 9 months when my eldest daughter was conceived. And so I was completely vegan from both of my whole pregnancies, and they were very healthy pregnancies. I'm very grateful for that. And they've been vegan ever since. And I think that they're very healthy and very strong. And so yeah, I'm happy to continue with them on a plant-based diet for as long as they choose to continue with that. It's their choice what they do once they're older. I'm not imposing my values on them, but I think that they get to see the way that people live here, and they have a great model for what veganism looks like and how fulfilling it can be and how delicious it can be and how you don't really have a need for exploiting animals in order to feel full and content.
Wow. See, when I came here, veganism was very new for me, and I just converted myself from non-vegetarian into vegetarian like 3 years ago. Now, veganism is a very new thing to me. Like as an Indian who supports veganism is really big. So it was really great being here and living with the community and working as a volunteer with other volunteers. Like I feel my heart grew.
It's beautiful.
Thank you for having me here.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you.